Welcome to this video. My name is Eva and I'm super excited to be making this video because it's going to be about how I found what I wanted to do with my life, and I really hope that this video will help you if you're in a similar situation, or maybe you have already figured it out but you just well, you just like to watch this video. And also because for a very long time I had a lot of shame around this topic because I haven't had it figured out right away. And I don't want to feel any shame. So hopefully this video helps. I will start with just sharing my experience, my story, and in the end also give you some tips and advice for your journey. So for me, I right after school I had no clue. I think also when I was in school the last 2 years they were kind of stressful because I really wanted to have good grades, so for me that was my focus. And then of course also I changed my diet, so that was a little bit the focus, and traveling, but it was not the focus of what I want to do with my life. I didn't do that. So after school I was just so lost. There was, for me it felt like a million different possibilities, and of course it's a privilege and I recognize it as a privilege, but it doesn't change the fact that it was quite overwhelming. So I just became a fitness instructor and I did that, and then also right away, just I think 2 or 3 months after school I just started university, and I figured out a little bit. I went to some programs that university offered in order to find out what you want to study. So I just went there a couple of times, tried out a little bit different things, and just went with the first thing that sounded interesting to me, which was language and culture. So that's what I studied. That's my degree that I have. And it was at also there were so many questions like which university to go to, which career path to follow, so many different things. So I just thought, okay, I will study at the university in Munich, which is a super great, awesome, like the second best university in Germany. So I thought, okay, let's go there. It's a great university, and yeah, so I did that. I liked I liked what I studied, but it didn't feel 100% me. It didn't feel completely right, but I also didn't really know what to do instead. So I studied it, I enjoyed some courses, some classes I was like, it's just not what I want to do. So it was a little bit confused. This whole time was, for me, this whole time of studying was a time of exploring, of trying out so many different things, and of just figuring it out, but it all felt a little bit confusing. I think that's what I would, looking back, call this time, because also I grew up in a small Bavarian village and I always had the feeling I don't fit here. I feel a lot more, I just don't fit here. I really like Spanish music. So in university was also when I discovered like Spanish dancing, which is bachata and salsa, and that's when I came in contact with Spanish people and Latin people, which opened up this whole new world to me. Then I went to the Canary Islands to study there for a year. So it was just a time of exploring. After university, after I finished that, my whole focus was on traveling because that's what I wanted to do after school, but I didn't really know how. So I did it after university to just go solo traveling in Asia for a couple of months. Then I came back and then I went to Spain because I missed Spain so much. Lived there for a couple of months and always worked online. Yeah, but still confusing. And then I went to the Canary Islands again after university, kept working online in customer service, a little bit of marketing, and then at one point it hit me and I was like, because before that in university I was always working part-time, and I was always, my whole university, I was working on my business, which was my nutrition business, trying to figure it out. I actually probably I invested 90% of my time into my business and 10% into university because university was kind of easy. So yeah, so it really hit me, and it was like, okay, my business is not financially stable yet, so you cannot, like, all the time that you have invested now in your business, you're not financially stable with it yet. So I had to take a break from my business and focus on a career. And I think this topic of career was a topic that I just was so scared of, so I procrastinated to think of it because I was just focusing all my energy on my business. So I was thinking, oh my god, what career should I do? My dream was always to have my own business, so I never dreamt about climbing the corporate ladder. So I had no clue, and yeah, so completely overwhelmed. And then that's when the process happened of me just doing a lot of career tests. I wish I would have done those career tests also after school, but I didn't because I didn't even know that they exist. I was just so lost because yeah, I didn't have the right contacts, didn't have the right mentorship. So yeah, that's when I did career tests and learned about the different professions, and it helped so much to become clear because during that time also I had a lot of childhood trauma that I need to figure it out, and it really, I think 6 months I was full time. Every single second that I had, I was trying to heal this trauma. So I spent a lot of time learning about therapy, and at one point I was even thinking, okay, maybe I want to become a therapist. So really lost. I was just so many different areas of expertise that I wanted to learn more about, like therapy. Should I focus more my business, but no, because it's not financially stable yet, should I? So really lost. And what really helped me were those career tests, and they really stated clearly, hey Eva, you're a 96% entrepreneurial gene, so 96% more than any other person on this world. So you clearly like entrepreneurship, you clearly like business, and look into marketing, sales, and business. So that was super helpful because it really helped me to focus down, and that's now what I want to do. So my dream is to keep working or to work for companies online in the area of marketing and sales, and then I still have the dream of my own company, this nutrition company, and once, but you have to have that financial stability from that job in marketing and sales, and then work on my company. So that is my journey. And yeah, and I just want to say, if you're in a similar journey of right after school you have, or even university, you have no clue what you want, my advice would just be to try out things. Just give yourself time. I mean, it always depends on your situation. If you have children, obviously not. Focus on stability. But yeah, if you don't have children, explore. For me, I had no clue where I want to live. I had no clue who I am, because also trauma, childhood trauma. So no clue who I am, no clue where I want to live, no clue what the reality of the situation actually is, the economic situation, and all of that. Just no clue. And I can just say, just if you're interested in something, just try it out. So also at one point I thought, okay, I would become maybe a professional dancer because I loved salsa and bachata so much, but then I learned, okay, what are the real necessities that you need to have in order to become a professional dancer. So so just learn, just take one step after the other, get a job, figure out, okay, do you like the job, do you not like the job, what do you like about the job, what do you not like about the job. If you don't like the job, I would highly recommend for you to not fall into depression, because for me it was so easy to fall into depression and think, oh, the world is over. No, like use that you don't like that job as a fuel to work harder to actually find out what you do enjoy. And the more steps you take, the more you will eventually get to what actually you really like. So I think that helped me so much, and yeah. So that really helped me so much to figure out what I actually do enjoy. And yeah, but it's a full journey, and I think mental health advice in that during that time period is get, if you have the chance, maybe get a therapist, because I was so lost and I was so down on myself that I cannot figure it out, but in reality for many people it happens that they don't really know, especially if they have a certain childhood trauma, that they don't really know who they are. So yeah, get help from experts who can help you during the time. Be gentle with yourself, don't be down with yourself, but really say, okay, I will do my best, and that is enough. And I think the more you try out, the better you will actually find what really works for you. And also see failures not as setbacks, see them as learning opportunities, because when you're so young after school, usually you don't have so much to lose because you don't have a house yet or something. So if you make mistakes, the consequences usually are not that high. So for example, you get into a job or a career and then you figure out, oh, I don't like that job, you can switch it relatively easy. When in comparison, once you have a house and children and all of that, and you need a certain financial stability. But if you're young, you can always, you can still, I mean, always depends on your circumstance, but it's still probably easier to change and swift. And always be aware that you can always turn, and you can always start over, and you can always listen to your inner guidance. That's also important. And so many barriers that you have in your mind are just barriers that you create for yourself, or maybe you grew up with them, but it's just blocks in your mind. And once you get those blocks away, you can actually, for example, if you have that limiting belief, oh, it's already too late, I cannot change anymore. No, you can always change. So yeah, so if you're in that time period of figuring it out, I send so much love to you. I know it's, for me, I didn't really enjoy it because I really uh, yeah, I really like that certain stability that comes with knowing why you're here on this planet Earth. And yeah, but I'm really hopeful for you that you figure it out too, just one step after the other. And the more steps you take, the more a path will appear, also really important, and the more you will get there. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I really hope that I can see you soon in a new video. And if you want to see what I'm up to, take a look at the description box. So thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.